they only get one chance to get it right. How did these crews fare? We're checking out how Tom Holland's Spider-Man sword, Millie Bobby Brown doing highly complex stunts in a corset, and the performers who literally lit up the screen on fire in Game of Thrones. Let's check out all these stunts behind the scenes.
And a journalist goes, "What's wrong with you?" And I said, "Well, I do all of my own stunts."
Just like pretty much everyone else, we're huge Tom Holland fans. And he gives us even more reason to love him when we see him checking his stunts behind the scenes. Check out what it actually looks like when he surprisingly hops out of the top of a bus. By the way, after seeing this behind-the-scenes footage, we can definitely understand why Zendaya wouldn't have had to act out those screams. Before he did Spider-Man Far From Home, he amazed us with his stunts in Spider-Man Homecoming. Many of Holland's stunts were actually done in the studio while wearing a motion capture suit. This was probably for the best since all of these stunts were so intense. He performed these amazing feats, and then that footage was incorporated into the scenes that we see in the film. Check out how cool these acrobatic stunts look in a studio with mats. Oh, remember when he was vertically climbing this grate? In reality, it was a bit more horizontal. Millie Bobby Brown has done it again. Going behind the scenes is pretty surprising, not because it looks so different from the movie, but because it looks so similar. As we can see here, her intense boxing-style fights with Helena Bonham Carter is anything but fake. Brown is actually a big fan of boxing and has been since she was young. Judging from what we can see here, that's not a surprise at all. Let's also remember the fact that both performers face the added danger element of wearing a corset and period shoes, which could have completely thrown either of them off while shooting. Oh, and how can we forget about Brown's head being plunged into this bucket of water? Was it real? Yes, it very much was.
Keep splashing. I was like, okay, I'm splashing. I was like, literally felt like I was a Shamu show.
So we're pretty sure that we can all agree Jennifer Lawrence is a total boss in the Hunger Games. Not only is she an incredibly skilled fighter, she does it all with a bow and arrow in tow, ready to take out anyone who gets in her way. Just look how fast she moves with it. That takes some serious skill. Bows and arrows weren't the only weapons on set though. These terrifying axes totally raised the bar. Oh, and this insane tree climb? Yeah, she did get a bit of help with wires to pull that one off. Of course, we can't forget this giant spinning rock. In reality, it was just that. A giant spinning rock. We can't even imagine how nauseating this take must have been to shoot.
Yeah, bit average, bit blur.
First, we're gonna focus on the intense Battle of Winterfell scene from the third episode of the final season. Just look at how many people there are to coordinate. That itself is a huge feat. It wasn't just people though. The team had this whole crew of unpredictable horses for castmates as well. As if what we've seen wasn't intense enough, let's check out these performers on fire. Literally on fire. While you might think this is CGI, it is 100% the real, intense, fiery deal. The performers were wearing special fire-resistant fabrics and are coated in a kind of gel that holds the flame but keeps the actor safe.
We burn more people than anybody else, basically.